it's very make or break still. They believe in the crunch. They do still believe in the crunch. And I think that's still just a huge issue. And like, it's amazing how I used to want to do that. It's amazing how I used to want to make video games. And I'm so glad. I'm so incredibly, unbelievably glad I didn't go that route, because between the crunch and, you know, the fragility of just the industry, I'd be stressed a whole, you know, year. And then next thing you know, I'm getting laid off. It's like, I don't need that in my life. Like, I don't. They should release a core 1999 game and they would have sold like hotcakes. Well, you know, Riot went with their typical formula, which usually works, which usually turns out pretty okay. I just don't, you know, I don't know. So much love went into 2XKO. It's not even a bad game. It just didn't perform how they thought it would, or how they thought it should have. You know, meanwhile, you know, it's kind of hard to recreate something like League of Legends or even Valorant. They got lucky with Valorant. I don't know what magic they put into that game, but somehow that turned out fine. You know, it's plateaued in a good place. TFT's in a good place. You know, they're still going strong. I think, you know, maybe they're just too ambitious with hiring. Maybe this isn't as bad of a sign as we think. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a free-to-play game. So it can't be all bad. Remotely Succeed is free-to-play with Killer Instinct. And they had an existing, you know, people knew the Killer Instinct name. So that's probably what really helped it a lot. Fighting games can't go free to play because they can't compete with Ultra Fight. Okay, you got jokes. They have a $99 bundle for skins on PlayStation right now. $99 for a bundle of skins? It's in a fighting game? What? No. Why? That's just... They tried to leverage Arcane's popularity. Yeah, like a year after the show ended. Like, what are we doing? The show's been over for like a year. Like, y'all are still trying to make Arcane work. And I'm like, bro, if you're not giving us a season 3, what you doing this for? like y'all already said we're not getting a season 3. Why you still trying to sell us Arcane shit? We don't care anymore. Like, give us the next show. They should have been working on the next show. They should have like launched the next show, then made a $99 skin bundle for that show. That's what they should have fucking done. Whenever Marvel Tokon drops, it's gonna take over the world. Probably, because I mean, it's launching with 20 characters. It's probably gonna be free to play too. But you know, they have, you know, the Marvel name behind it, and it's actually a really fun fucking game. Like, honestly, I like Tokon more than 2XKO. Which, you know, saying a lot, but I think, you know, Phil's is onto something. There's just not enough to do in the game. There's just not enough to do, it feels like. It's like you either play online or you play locally, and that's it. That's all. Like, what can you do? Even practice mode is kind of ass, and that's like the most important thing in a lot of fighting games. Like, if it's not matching up to Street Fighter or Tekken's practice mode, what are we even doing? You know, do you think they rushed it? You think maybe they rushed the game? Maybe it shouldn't have came out yet. They already got it slated for Evo. And I think they were just trying to make sure it was ready for Evo this year. And I'm just like, I think y'all should have waited. I think y'all should have waited till I had 12 characters and had more features. It's so crazy because it doesn't feel like they rushed it, but they might have. There's no mechanism for learning each character outside of just looking at the moves. Yikes. Yeah, they announced last Evo. So yeah, so they put a date on themselves. They put a ticking time bomb on themselves and had to deliver. They probably want to drop 2 more characters before then too.
Downtown, bang! Bang! Oh!
Probably. Like, I don't, you know, at this rate, I don't know if they will, but you know, I think the game will be fine, honestly. Like, just this would be crazy. This would be Riot's first like major miss. Like, if 2XKO failed, this would be such a huge miss for them, and it would be their first one on their technically their 4th game. Technically, like their 4th Riot game. Like, all those other smaller games are like different. Like, I think Riot just gave them like publishing rights. Like, they published the games, but they didn't like develop the games. Those were like smaller studios that developed them, and they just gave them like rights to use characters and stuff like that, which again was an amazing thing. I hate that it's gone, because they built on the world better than Riot does, like, and at one point did. So yeah. Meanwhile, we're just in here waiting on the next TV show. Like any fucking day now, I would love my fucking Noxus TV show. I'll take a Demacia TV show at this point. Something about the Void. Give me something. Like, give me something to work with here. I don't know, man. It's 3 skins for $99. You don't have to buy them. Like, you just, like, that's overpriced as fuck. That they're wilding for that. But it's like, I don't think that's what, just change the price. Y'all laid off all these people. You could have just changed the price of the skins. People probably would have bought them if they were the same price as a League skin, even a Valorant skin probably. But y'all not doing that. Y'all trying to bunch everything together and be like, here, give us $100. Or like Phil said, charge $20 up front for the game. But Riot's not going to do that because they don't charge for their games. If Riot developed the game, they're not charging for it. That's just what it is. Like, it's also hard for new FGC IP to release online only game. Again, not the same as their other games. Very much so. And you bring up a good point with that. You brought up a good point with that, because it's like, y'all don't have anything else to it. There's, like you said, no arcade mode. Why isn't there a story mode to it? Why do y'all refuse to build on this world that y'all created? I don't know what is wrong with people. Like, just, you have you have hundreds of champions, all these cool ass characters. Build on it. Build on it. Arcade mode was a perfect time to do that. A story mode, like something. Like, I understand that y'all were going more for the competitive scene, but that don't sell. You got to hit the casual market too. Like, even Tekken and Street Fighter hit the casual market. Mortal Kombat hits the casual market. Y'all not hitting the casuals. Y'all not giving them something to really sink their teeth into, because it's also a good way to at least learn the basics of the game. Like, you're not gonna attract a lot of new players when you built the game for esports from the ground up. Like, y'all built it from a competitive scene experience. Like, your devs were literally in the top 8 of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 at Evo. Like, you're not thinking about the casual. You didn't think about the casuals, and that's really where it all went wrong. Like you said, y'all weren't thinking about the casuals, and that's really those are the people that want to buy the skins in the first place. You give a League player a reason to play the fighting game without them getting trounced online because really sit here and think about this, right? Really sit here and think about this. League players are extremely toxic. They have fragile egos. This is coming from someone who's played the game for 8 years. This is not a shot at League players. I know y'all inside and out. Y'all have fragile egos. You have, main character syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think that you can carry a game and you cannot. You can't have them go into an online only fighting game and lose 8 out of 10 games. They're not going to want to play the game anymore. They're not going to want to buy any skins. That's just point blank, period. Like, that's just, I'm telling you, that's really truly what happened. like if you gave them an arcade mode, like, I know they can play like, locally, but like, come on, man. It's still mostly based around competitive. Like, it's still mostly based around an esports level, like, kind of feel. There's nothing for the casual folks, because even like Joe Schmo off the street can go buy Tekken and play the story mode and enjoy the story and be fine. Like, like, someone brought up Tokon earlier. They're gonna have a story mode. That's gonna be great for the casual audience. A story mode, like, they're gonna have all that type of stuff in the game, built into the game. So yeah, Arx is always giving you a crazy animated story mode. Capcom always gives you an arcade mode. Mortal Kombat always gives you story mode. Tekken always gives you a story mode, custom mode. Street Fighter 6. So yeah, like, the casuals, bro. Even Maximilian talks about the casual audience is important to this. Like, most of the people who play these games are not even above gold as far as rank goes. Most of them don't even play online. They play their friends. They play, in casual little tournaments, stuff like that. They played the story mode inside and out. They're playing on different difficulties. You know, they try to unlock everything. There's none of that in 2XKO. It's missing. But I think Tokon's going to have at least some of that. So Tokon will probably do a lot better. The outpouring of support for High Guard, that was the Wildlife team finally posted something. Jesus Christ, Lord Jesus. So yeah, it's just, it sucks to see this happen to these studios when, you know, they worked really hard, yeah, but I feel like a lot of stuff just got left out as far as 2XKO goes. And I didn't even really think about it that way until Phil's brought it up. And now I'm just like, well, yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense now that you mention it. You need the stuff for the casual players, especially for a free game. Because even League of Legends has, like, you can fight against bots. You know, like, they have ARAM that's, you know, more of a just fuck it mode. Like, TFT is pretty easy to learn. You know, Valorant doesn't have a story mode either, but, you know, it's still, it's a shooter. It's a little more of an audience there. You know, arguably, you know, the shooter esports scene is a little bit bigger than the fighting game scene. Like, arguably, right? So it's a lot easier for people to pick up a shooter and be like, it's more of an expectation there for competitiveness. You know, you don't really see people rave about the Call of Duty story mode anymore. like you know, you don't see that anymore. People will talk about it for like a day or a week, but then after that, no one talks about it anymore. Everyone talks about the lore of Tekken and Street Fighter because it's like, it's, for the most part, it's insane. Like, it's kind of crazy. I bet Tokon also has skins unlocked via story. They at least the basic skins, like the recolors, the reshades, will at least be unlockable via story mode. You know, something like that. Because it's Arc System, so you know they've done this a million times. Like you know, all the Naruto games and stuff like that, all the other anime arena fighters they have. We're not going to talk about the Hunter x Hunter game because that was a huge fuck up. Hell, I feel like the Invincible versus game will probably have a story mode, but that game will probably cost money. So, you know, it won't cost a lot of money, but it'll cost something. But yeah, either way, considering how excited I was for 2XKO, I was pretty disappointed because at the same time, I was like, I'm not trying to go get shit on like all the time. Like, I was pretty decent at it when it came out, but then like I got left in the dust pretty quick. And it usually takes at least a month or two for me to feel like I got left in the dust when I play a fighting game online. So yeah, like, because even Tekken, I felt like I was good at Tekken for a solid like half of a year. I felt good about my Tekken skills for a long time. You know, and people are gonna say like, you know, oh, the skins cost too much. Oh, just it's not enough characters. Like, oh, you gotta do so much to unlock the characters. I'm like, I don't know if that's really what's attributing it. It's just the casuals aren't playing it. That's really the end of the story.
Oh, to hell with this.